Hello, everybody. My name is Ryan Koki of the Seahawks Recap Show, and welcome to another News of the Week episode 24. How are you all doing today? I apologize that this video is a day late. I was having a little bit of trouble with my internet. If you read my community post, you would have already known that, but it seems to be all fixed now, so let's hope it stays that way. And let's get into the video before I ramble on too much in the intro. If you like this video, please consider giving it a like. It helps me know if I'm doing a good job on these videos or not. And if you would like to stick around and see any more future content from this channel, please consider subscribing. That would be greatly appreciated. And let's get into News of the Week, episode 24, The Waiting Game, because every NFL fan is waiting for the NFL draft. That'll happen on April 25th. The first thing I wanted to talk about on the show today was the Rashee Rice situation. According to Adam Schefter, Kansas City wide receiver Rashee Rice surrendered to police Thursday on charges including aggravated assault after he and another speeding driver allegedly caused a crash involving half a dozen vehicles on a Dallas highway last month. Senator Royce West confirmed that Rice had turned himself in and was released on bond Thursday night. And my thoughts on the situation, I honestly don't even understand what to say with this incident. I'm glad that Rice turned himself in and cooperated with police, but I can't truly wrap my head around why young stars in the NFL just seem to get caught up in legal trouble like this. I hope Rice learns from this incident and tries to be better in the future because he is a good football player and has a bright future in the league if he can stay out of legal trouble. And that's the big part, man. I think, Rashee Rice is only 23, and he was a phenomenal player this season for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's one of the main reasons on why they made the Super Bowl this year, in my opinion. He was electrifying to watch, and it really sucks to report on these types of incidents, and hear about these types of incidents because you're just looking at it and going, why? Why does every young NFL player seem to have some sort of legal trouble nowadays? It happened with Henry Ruggs. That was a promising wide receiver that's now got to deal with some legal stuff. It's happened all over the place. And I just hope he learns from this situation. I'm glad that he turned himself in and he was cooperating with police, and that's why he got a little bit of leniency. But I hope that he learns from this incident and doesn't cause any more legal trouble for himself down the road. Because honestly, I just want to see him succeed in the NFL. That's all I want for these young players. Because for me, as someone who is disabled and physically disabled and can't play uh, football, I just want to see everybody succeed because this is got to be a really uh, nice gig to have and a dream come true for some of these players. Next on the list, we've got to talk about linebacker Josh Allen being extended by the Jaguars. According to Ian Rappaport, Josh Allen and the Jacksonville Jaguars have agreed to a 5-year contract extension worth $150 million. $88 million of that is guaranteed. Honestly, I really like that Josh Allen is sticking with the Jaguars. I think he's a phenomenal pass rusher over his 5-year career in Jacksonville. He has 45 career sacks, and I think he's been a phenomenal pass rusher for the team. I think from a Jacksonville Jaguars perspective, locking up your franchise linebacker to a 5-year contract is an essential move for the franchise, and both parties involved can be happy with this negotiation. And I know a lot of people and fans are they always look at contracts of certain players and go, "Wow, that's a lot of money. Are you sure that, Jacksonville is making the right choice with certain players and certain players get certain amounts of money?" And people are like, "Oh, that's a little steep." But I think Josh Allen, for what he's done in Jacksonville, he is the franchise guy. And I think, you know, 26, having Jacksonville lock you up at 26 for another 5 years is going to be a phenomenal deal down the line for Josh Allen, and he deserves every penny, man. This guy works really hard to be a phenomenal player, and he deserves it. So I think, again, both teams can be happy with this negotiation. I think this deal will age really well. And let's talk about the NFL coming to Sao Paulo. Very, very excited for this. In News of the Week, episode 11, I discussed that the NFL was planning to have a game hosted in Brazil for this season. And it's going to happen on September 6th on the Friday. And it's between the Packers and the Eagles. And man, this is great. I'm quite excited that the NFL is expanding its reach internationally, going from London to Germany and now Brazil. I really like how the NFL is expanding internationally because it gives international audiences who love the NFL a chance to experience an NFL game without having to fly to North America to do so. This is not only a smart business decision by the NFL, but it is also the NFL doing right by their international fan base. And from what I've heard, Sao Paulo has a lot of Packers fans that love the NFL, so it's gonna be like a home game for the Packers, and I honestly I really love, the expansion of the NFL because I believe this is one of my favorite sports in the world, and, going to all these different places, putting the NFL on the map in certain places like London, like Germany, and now Brazil is a perfect way to expand your influence. That means you bring in more fans, which then eventually means more revenue. And potentially, it could, if things keep going well in London and Germany, and if things go well in Brazil, they could potentially put an expansion franchise in one of these places to then have their own team. This is in South America as well. This hasn't happened in the NFL ever. And it's just a really joyous occasion. So it's going to be great for the Brazilian fans, and it's going to be a great thing to watch, in my opinion. The final thing I wanted to talk about on the show today was Logan Ryan retiring from the NFL. Well, after 11 seasons in the NFL, DB Logan Ryan retires. As a player, I think Logan Ryan was a solid DB in the NFL. He had won two Super Bowl rings with the New England Patriots, Super Bowl 49 and Super Bowl 51. Super Bowl 49, as a Seahawks fan, will scar me for the rest of my life, but that's a story for another day. After his stint with the New England Patriots from 2013 to 2017, he went on to play for the Tennessee Titans 2017 to 2019, the Giants 2020 to 2021, the Buccaneers in 2022, and the 49ers in 2023. With these teams, Ryan became a depth guy who would come in and be a leader slash mentor for their young DBs. Playing in the NFL for 11 seasons is no small feat, and I wish Logan Ryan all the best in retirement. And the thing about Logan Ryan that I really enjoyed is that he was a guy that not a, like, he was obviously known in circles. His highs were with the New England Patriots. He had won those two Super Bowls, but a lot of people didn't really talk about him that much from what I saw once he left the Patriots. And honestly, I think that's just a shame because Logan Ryan played CB. He played a little bit of safety in his career. He was a versatile player, and seeing him play, um, from a fan perspective of that player, I like Logan Ryan. I like I like every player in the NFL. Honestly, just seeing these guys play, seeing the freaks of nature that they are is really breathtaking, considering that I could never in my life hope to do what they do one day. That's why I'm sitting here on my couch or in my chair and being a fan of just watching football. But it's really interesting to see another guy leave the sport who was having a solid career. He's not going to be a Hall of Fame guy, but he's honestly a really good player, and I wish him all the best in retirement because playing 11 seasons in the NFL might not seem like a lot of time, but that's a decade and more in the NFL at the highest level of competition that you can compete at in one of the greatest sports of all. So, no one could take that away from him. He had a phenomenal career, and I hope he takes care of himself in the future. But anyways, that is it for News of the Week, episode 24. I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Go Hawks go, and take care.